how jubilation over the death of the Chief of Army Staff ended up in shock and tears. Well, of a truth, there was a mass jubilation, a massive jubilation of the death of the army chief. In fact, it was like that of, it was just like the death of General Sani Abacha when he died far back. You know, the news broke out at night, and you need to hear the shout. Different people, different groups, were in celebration. Even some barracks were in full celebration because of the death of the army chief. But then, in this very broadcast, the reverse turned to be the case. The reverse turns to be the case because this broadcast here is now letting us to know that those who were seen jubilating over the death of this army chief later on started realizing that they have really done wrong. They have done wrong, knowing some hidden facts that was not revealed to them even while the army chief was still very much alive. Okay, it's always like that. Everyone have his own hidden secret. You understand? And its own good deeds and bad deeds, good parts and bad parts and all of that. But maybe he chose to keep his and show out the bad part of it. All right. After the news of the plane crash which claimed the life of the Chief of Army Staff broke out, there were jubilation from the three regions of the South, most especially among the Oduduwa and Biafran agitators. They rejoiced over the death of their fellow countrymen, claiming they were against the secessionist agenda. Few hours later, the list of the soldiers on board was released, and Nigerians rejoicing at the death of the Chief of Army Staff Ibrahim Atahiru got the shock of their lives. Alas, 5 out of the 11 persons who died in the crash were Yoruba boys. That was a shocker for those who believe that the Chief of Army Staff deserves his death for his stance against emergence of a Biafran and Oduduwa nation. If the group, as many of them opined, was killing enemies of Biafran and Oduduwa, then they did the same to God also. Kill Nigerians who were from Yoruba nation, clamoring for Oduduwa nation. How are these ones sure that God is behind the plane crash? They know better by now to be careful how they rejoice at the misfortune of one. One of the 5 guys was an old schoolmate to a friend of mine. 2 others were imported to have recently done introduction and about to get married. Another got married just 2 months ago. This discovery also made those rejoicing at the death of Atahiru's silence. Would God terminate the lives of these youngsters just because he was on a mission to terminate that of the Chief of Army? 5 youngsters lost their lives. You find out they are your Southern brothers, but it was too late for you to show compassion because you already posted your rejoice mood when you thought they were Northerners. My dear viewers, these young men were rejoicing but forgot applying caution to their jubilation. Yes, that is why it is said that if you want to rejoice or protest, there is a way of doing it. Okay, so that you will not be hurt and the people you are protesting against will not be hurt, but they overdid and they stepped on the toes of the Nigerian army, and a lot of them went down. In fact, most of them are stars. They are stars. So for this period, I will advise you right from this broadcast, please, the country is very hot. The country is not smiling. The tension is still very high. Please and please and please, I am pleading to you, try to apply caution to your protests, to your jubilations, to your movements, to your doings. Now, we need to apply precaution in all our doings, in all our moves, in all our actions, in all our sayings. Precaution should be the key. You understand? Most especially your movement, your goings. Anywhere you are going, be conscious of where you are going. Don't be carried away. Do you understand? Don't be carried away. Don't allow yourself to be carried away. Do you understand? Because so many things have happened. So many things have happened, and too many things are still happening. Understand? So let us be wise and do things like wise people. Do you understand? And do things like wise people, so that at the end, we will not be the one to say, oh, I didn't mean I've known. I didn't mean I've known is not a name, but rather it's a disaster. Do you understand? Rather, it's a disaster. So let us not give in to that, and learn to do what we feel that is right, so that we will not fall victim of circumstance again, aside from these very ones that has departed. Do you understand? And that's just the humble truth. All right. Let me hear from you from the out there to know what you have to say about this that has happened. Okay. So if you're new, don't forget to leave your comments below the comment box. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated each time we upload any new videos. Thank you.